What's up, guys? Hey, don't mind me, I'm driving, so I need to provide some value to you while I'm on the road. And what I wanted to talk to you guys about today was, again, this freaking book by David R. Hawkin, Power vs. Force. Freaking book is amazing. I get excited talking about it. So the premise of this book is basically they've done studies to correlate the effective ranges of emotions and of consciousness, and they ranged it from 1 to 500 and 600 to 1,000. 500 is the level where people are basically major revolutionaries like Thomas Edison and Nikola Tesla. They would calibrate at a 500 level consciousness. And once you hit the 600 level consciousness, it's like a transcendence of self. And I was just listening to like the things that happen at the level of 600 consciousness after you transcend 99% of the human population consciousness. You have a connectedness with the world that the observer also is the observing. So at this level, when you're walking around in life, you would have a constant peace and a constant joy that would radiate from your inner being when you connect with this level of consciousness power. And you view the world as one, like the old cliche saying, you view the world as one, and you see the ever-changing flow of evolution in the world around you and the beauty of the creation. And they say that things start to flow together and you start to see things in a perspective as you've never seen before. So I said, wow, that's really wild. And basically they're saying that like at that level, 600 to 1,000, you're transcending religion itself and pretty much tapping into the source where all religions stem from. Now this is like really, along on the same lines of what Jim Carrey's saying. I see all these videos about Jim Carrey, and Jim Carrey's saying, there's no me, there's no I. Once you look at your personality and your own character, from the perspective of being an actor, and you're getting into these other characters and their motives and their thoughts, and and you're transforming yourself into those characters, you realize that your own character is very shallow when you really try to dig deep down into it. Like, who am I? Who are you? And the fact, of Dr. Hawkins saying, the observer changes from being just the observer to realizing that the observer is the observed observing. I think that's, that is the same as, there is there is no me. There is consciousness, but me, the possessive me, that ideology of me calibrates in the lower sections, the lower 200s of human consciousness, because that's ego, that sense of something is mine is a lower calibration consciousness, thought. So if you were to let go of any ego, of anything that's yours, and that possessive ownership mentality, you're going to transcend in consciousness level. So this book, Power vs. Force, Dr. David R. Hawkin, it's like super relevant to like the whole movement that's going on, the whole like awakening and consciousness transcendence, that, you know, we're all looking for that happiness in life. We're all looking for that fulfillment, and being, you know, part of this consumerized you know, economy and setup. You know, we're looking for the next fix, the next like, the next TV, the next phone, the next pair of shoes, the next designer bag. And we think that means something. It doesn't. And the way that society is set up in that aspect keeps humanity at a lower consciousness level. So guys, I hope you got some value from this. I love all you guys. I just had to share Power vs. Force. Read a book!